Hello, and welcome to Network 23. Live and direct, it's Network 23, the network where two's company and three's an audience.
Prepare yourselves for the strange, for the bizarre, for the weird, and a ferret dancing naked on top of a harpsichord eating jam with a fork while fucking a wombat. That's right. You're listening to What the Fnord Discordian Radio.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
I am not a number. I am a free man.
And welcome to another ball-bouncingly fun episode of What the Fnord Discordian Radio, brought to you as always by the fucking, I screwed that whole intro up, but we don't believe in bloopers, so fuck it. We're broadcasting, we're doing something from the Tesla Institute for the Advanced Studies of Discordian Dialectics. Here in the studio, I am, as always, your host, the Time Lord, with
Professor Fate.
And if that intro wasn't fucked up enough for you, the next several hours, wow. We had the Neck here with us for a little while, and boy, do we have some goodies for you. Or, well, I don't know about goodies, but we have something for you. We have an interesting show for you.
It's going to be interesting.
Interesting, yes. It's going to be very interesting.
Define interesting.
Oh God, we're all gonna die?
We have in the studio with us for the very first time, we'll call him the Neck. So without further ado, the Neck.
Well, howdy, y'all.
No, he's not making that up.
Alrighty, well, they have dubbed me, when this show starts, when you're a co-host or whatever, they gave me the option to pick my own name, but I feel it would be more special if you yourself gave me what you would like to call me. And here we got, you the doctor guy, right?
What's the Time Lord. Have you not listened to my fucking show?
Time Lord, excuse me, Lord Time, the Lord of the Time Lord. And we have the Time Lord here and Professor Fate, right?
Thank you.
Okay. In unison, the Time Lord and Professor Fate, they were like, you're going to be the Neck. And thus for the Neck was born, and the Neck is me. So,
and what a better segment to introduce the Neck than by discussing something civilized like cigars and absinthe. This is your first time actually having a real cigar, is it not?
Yes, sir, it is. Now, I do smoke the occasional cigarillo, the little cigars. You go into the gas station as you're getting your candy bar and whatever else you need,
Cigarette with a glandular problem.
Well, it's like it's basically an oversized cigarette without a filter. So I like the little cigars. I sometimes I'm just like, I want the flavor of grape in my mouth, or so I go get
a goddamn grape.
See, that's, well,
that'd be too easy. Why would
We gotta go around the stump, through the creek, up the tree, past the bear den, into Grandma's house, take a slice of pie, then go back home before we can achieve.
He just said bear den, in case anybody missed that. Just throw it.
Point being is, look, I want to go through the bear den before I get the grape in my mouth. So I get those little those you got to breathe, okay? You can't.
Wow, God, I'm so glad I had you on the show.
Okay, so instead of just eating a damn grape, because I don't got time to go to fucking Publix, okay? I go. It's the gas station's right down the road. It's within walking distance. Why the fuck would I go all the way to Publix to get a damn grape? So I get my zigzag cigarillo, and I like those, right? Well, I come over here this evening, and they're like, well, we have these cigars. And I said, well, I'd like to try one. So Professor Fate, he offers me one like a true hospitable gentleman. Before I get onto that, let me go on another
Again, I say,
here.
Gentlemen, have you listened to the show?
Let me go on another tangent here. I have been the guest of many people's homes, and Professor Fate here, I've got.
You're not at anyone's house. You're at the Tesla Institute. What are you talking about?
Y'all practically live here, don't y'all? I mean, come on.
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Well,
Why go home when we have this here?
I know.
I'm sorry if you stay here at least 4 out of wait, how many days are in a week? Okay, 4.
12.
Are you serious? The Mayans?
There is here,
Oh, okay. Well, they stay here a fucking lot.
except for the vomit that we had to clean up off the floor from last night.
Somewhere I do have a modern calendar based digitally, and the week is 10 days, and there are 10 months.
Wow. Okay.
That's some new age shit right there.
And you're a Hindu like me, and you're talking about new age. Okay. Well, technically, that's old age, because anyway. But so the point of
No, I'm old age.
Well,
now wait a minute. I didn't get to finish my tangent on Professor Fay.
whose show is this?
Look, I'll
Who's the
take.
guest?
Listen here.
He's a guest?
Back when
well.
General Lee was leading the charge with the Confederate troops, okay, do you think formality... Anyway, moving on to what I was saying. What was I saying?
I have
We
no
were gonna.
idea.
I don't either, and we were about to talk about absinthe. So hold that thought and the cigar and enjoy it.
I can do that.
Here's the here. Okay, most of our listeners, all 2 of you, it's true.
We're up to 3. That's an audience.
We're up to 3. Yeah, that's an audience now. So as you know, some of us like the finer things in life. We can't afford them. We just like them. So Fade and I are connoisseurs of the wonderful beverage absinthe. And we want to talk briefly about absinthe, its proper production, the way to drink it, and what have you. And as a matter of fact, we have with us right now in the studio Absinthe Verte by St. George, their distillery.
You got something in your throat there, buddy?
Yeah, it's called French.
How's it taste?
It's tastes like 60% alcohol by volume. That's what it tastes like. So absinthe. Yes, you've all heard Did you
just put your hand at me?
Yes, that means shush.
Now, you ain't my grandmama.
No, but I'm the host of the show.
Have I told you lately that I love you?
Yes, I love you too. Now shut up. So absinthe. God damn, that was quick. Oh, so absinthe. Okay, you've all heard the crazy stories. Absinthe makes you go crazy. Absinthe is, a hallucinogen. Absinthe, well, that's not the real absinthe because the real absinthe makes you go. No, it doesn't. Unless you drink a whole bottle and a half of it.
It helps if you start with half a case of whiskey first.
Absinthe is a beverage that is made predominantly of several botanicals, including wormwood.
That the ship that sunk in the Atlantic Ocean by the iceberg?
Including wormwood. Wormwood, yes, is a poisonous plant in large quantities. There is not enough thujone in absinthe. If you drank a whole bottle, okay, you'd get alcohol poisoning, but there's not enough thujone in a whole bottle of absinthe to make you have hallucinations. Nor is absinthe bright chartreuse, what's that soda? Mountain Dew colored. Absinthe in the bottle, if it's good absinthe, looks kind of like olive oil. It's about the same color as olive oil.
I'm watching that.
There we go. It's about the same color as olive oil. And the
cooking stuff, not Popeye's girlfriend.
Yeah, I don't think when the spoon is placed on the top of the glass, you pour the dose. Yes, it's called a dose. It was a patent medicine at one point. You put the spoon on top, you put the sugar on top, you drip the water onto the sugar cube from a fountain or by hand if you don't have a fountain. When the sugar water hits the absinthe, it has this wonderful effect of turning the liquid this beautiful, almost pale yellowish green color. When it first starts, you can actually see little tendrils of the absinthe swirling around. Now, what does absinthe taste like? Well, depends on the brand. Most absinthes have real ones, not the Czech ones, which, Also, real absinthe, you do not light a sugar cube on fire and drop it into the glass. That is a Czech thing. That's not real absinthe. That was from the time that absinthe was banned, and people in the Czech Republic or Czechoslovakia at the time were creating God knows what, calling it absinthe, having tourists sample it, and then explaining that this was the real quote-unquote absinthe. Absinthe was continued to be produced not in France, but in Switzerland. And so you had a few underground absinthe distilleries that were still around. Absinthe was a popular beverage of both bohemian artists and the gentry in France prior to its banning. It was the beverage of leisure. It was the beverage of relaxation. If you look at the paintings of Manet, there are several paintings that have people drinking absinthe or absinthe fountains and glasses in the paintings. So why this big mystery? Why this big push on banning absinthe? Well, what I know Fate is like really good on this subject as well. Your opinions as far as why was it banned? Why?
It was banned primarily because it was an easy target. This is the time when the temperance movement was pushing hard to ban alcohol. And there were, because it was a patent medicine, there were rumors about it being a hallucinogen and such. And there was actually an incident where a gentleman had a couple glasses of absinthe and then proceeded to murder his family.
Because absinthe makes you do that.
What wasn't included is he had the couple of glasses of absinthe because he had run out of half a case of gin, several bottles of wine, a bottle of whiskey. How this guy was still conscious to have absinthe, nobody knows. But because that was the last thing he drank, that's what they blamed it on. And it made an easy target for the temperance movement to have it banned, and they didn't use that ban to move on to the rest of alcohol here in the U.S. But since it was in fact banned separately from alcohol in general, the ban simply wasn't lifted. People kept repeating the rumors.
You should have put that on camera. I mean, on the.
Yeah, we're not on camera. We're on mic.
Yeah, well, you should have put your ass up to the mic. That's what we do here.
Yeah.
I got more dignity than that.
Okay, your dignity needs to go out the door.
If you got more dignity than that, you can't be on this show.
Listen here, I am a well-respected Southern gentleman, okay? And
a damn good liar at that.
Yeah. So a good Southern gentleman tries to like crotch grab me while I'm cooking. Is that how Southern gentlemen?
I can't help it that you be damn fine. God damn! I mean, you see this man cooking?
Well, no, they can't.
Well,
it's
no,
a radio show.
I know they can't.
We just established that.
I'm giving an example, right? If you would ever come into this institute and see this man cooking, you would be like, oh my, that ass, that ass. I'll leave it at that.
Please.
Thank you.
Please.
Mere candy ass. You got a pretty mouth, boy. You're gonna feel the badger.
Wow. Okay, so absinthe. I need you to take a sip of this, sir, because I need the neck to take a nice long draw of your cigar, swirl the delicious smoke around your mouth, exhale the delicious smoke, finish coughing, take a deep breath in, and slowly
be careful. Remember what happened with the whiskey.
Yeah, well, okay. Sip the absinthe, let it move around your mouth, and give us your honest, because I know you tried it before, but it was kind of a quick sip. I want you to give it a long sip, swirl it around your mouth.
Yeah. You don't need a lot.
Kind of like that there wine tasting that y'all do when I'm over here.
Yes. Yeah. Hold it in your mouth,
Which, I mean, booze is booze. I don't see why they take so damn long to get... Okay, I'm sorry.
Hold it in your mouth. Shut your mouth. Then hold it in your mouth. Swirl it around a few moments. Swallow. Exhale through your nose. Wipe off of your chin. And then we want your genuine... You're hearing it for the first time, ladies and gentlemen, on What the Fnord Discordian Radio. A redneck taking absinthe.
I'm an executive redneck, thank you very much.
A redneck, for the first time, taking a sip of absinthe.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, because it is a radio show, I'm going to continuously talk because dead air sucks. The neck is now slowly, sensuously, and sexually coughing out the cigar smoke.
Okay, you thought I was joking.
Redo.
This is Gloriana Cabana, isn't it? Or no, this is...
La Vieja.
La Vieja Habana. Let's try this one more time. The neck is now taking a long, nice draw. He is now exhaling. He is raising the absinthe glass to his lips. He is taking the nose and smelling the botanicals of the delicious beverage that is the Green Fairy. He is now putting it to his lips and slowly drinking it. He is swishing it around his mouth with a look of ecstasy and joy. He has now swallowed it and made a crazy face gesture that resembles someone having a prostate exam for the first time.
And liking it.
And Mr. Neck.
Okay.
Flavor profile, nose, bouquet, all of that.
The nose, when I smelt the absinthe, it kind of has this it's like it's sweet, but it's not like the candy sweet. It's just sweet. We're gonna leave it at that. Now the first time I took like the very quick sip of it, I mean, I felt like I took a shot of cough medicine and it was not so dapper and dandy. But as he recommended, I slowly drew the absinthe into my mouth, and it was actually a lot smoother. It wasn't like getting hit by a jolt of lightning this time. And once it got in my mouth, the taste, when it was slowly drawn in, it wasn't as strong. It was more calm and relaxing, and I switched it around my mouth. And I realized it had a multiple variation of flavors. You ever had one of them gobstopper candies where they change flavor? Well, it was kind of like that. It went from real sweet to more herby, kind of, so to speak. And I enjoyed it this time, actually. It was actually, I enjoyed it quite a bit.
So the licorice flavor wasn't too much?
It was not too... Well, if you're doing it like you're doing a shot of whiskey, you're like... real quick, then it's like, oh, holy God, fuck, I just drank some horse piss. But when you do it nice and slow, see, you didn't teach me this. Well, actually, Professor Fate gave it to me the first time. But now that you've told me that I need to do it a little more slow, it wasn't overpowering, and it was more calm, and it was sweeter, and it was enjoyable.
It's like sex with a big fat trucker. You have to take it slow, because if you ram it too hard, too fast, you blow somebody's O-ring out, and it doesn't really, it doesn't give that delicious flavor that only a fat trucker can give.
Look, I know you've been in the back with my Uncle Skeeter sometimes, but I don't think they want to hear that.
There's a Skeeter on his Peter, whack it off.
That shit hurts too. You ever get bit by a mosquito? Anyway, back to the absinthe.
Yes, back to the absinthe.
Absinthe.
Not absence.
Everyone likes
not
it.
the sense of ab.
Okay.
No, not the placenta.
She ate the placenta.
Meanwhile, at the Tesla Institute.
No, summary. Let me give my general summary of this.
I'm going to pour more water because there needs to be more absinthe at the table.
Instead of just dragging it on like I have been.
It's fine. The segment's, it's a 2-hour show.
Well, okay, but the bouquet, the way it smelled, I thoroughly enjoyed the way it smelled. It smelled kind of sweet and herby. And when I drank it with my slow draw, it had multiple flavors, and they were all good flavors, and I enjoyed the flavors. And when I went to swallow, it went down smoothly. There was no tension. It was thoroughly enjoyable. Before this taste that I just did, when I did my quick jolt of it, I thought this shit was like horse piss from the Confederacy that they made Abraham Lincoln drink. But Well,
Okay.
that. What? Do you expect anything else from me?
No, no.
I didn't actually expect that from you.
No, I didn't. Yeah.
All right. Well, you both love me, so get the
He
hell
said
over it.
bouquet and profile. Yeah.
Okay, so I enjoyed it. It was very nice, and I think I actually will partake in
Absinthe.
absinthe more often because it actually is a very enjoyable drink.
Wait till you have 3 of them. Which we'll probably work on this evening. The absinthe that we're actually drinking now, Fate had, and I'll let him talk about it because I can't remember. I know he had Lucid at one point, but the first absinthe that I had ever tried, he purchased, and it was good until we had what we're drinking now, which I'll talk about in a second. Or I'll have, well, whatever. We'll talk about in a minute. What was that first? Was it Lucid? What was the first kind that I tried over here?
First kind you tried was Pernod.
Oh yeah.
Or Pernod, or I'm not sure how it's French name. I'm not sure. Exactly.
It was straight licorice. Like there was nothing else in it.
Licorice, and when we were drinking that, one of the tricks I found to add a little more depth to it was to add a little cinnamon oil.
Yeah, that was nice.
And one of the things I really like about St. Giles is it's actually, well, most absinthe is, or St. George, what the hell is the name?
St. George.
St. George, St. Giles,
whatever. See, we're drinking absinthe and we're hallucinating. Just don't touch my belly button.
Anyway, St. George is that. I'm like, some people are having way too much fun.
Okay, this isn't helping the whole absinthe doesn't make you go nuts thing.
Yeah.
Look, I was
so
all
please
ready.
put your clothes back on.
Put your clothes back on.
You too.
The neck. Dude, put your shirt back on and stop rubbing your... What are you, squeezing your nipples with a lemon? What is that?
The tingle, the sting.
Okay, so meanwhile, back with Fate, the chicken has been released. Okay, so...
Anyway,
meanwhile,
as I was going to say, most absinthe is produced with what they call grain-neutral spirits, which doesn't have a flavor. The St. George is actually done with brandy.
Yes.
So it actually, even though it doesn't have any in it, it has a nice cinnamon back to it, which complements and expands on the botanicals, especially the licorice flavor.
This stuff...
It's wonderful.
It's about, what is it, like $78 for a bottle?
I think it's $67 a bottle. Plus
67
tax.
So about $73 per bottle, at least here in Jacksonville, Florida. You can go to Total Wine. They have it, and it's in the brandy section?
It's in with the liqueur.
Or the liqueur section. Absinthe is one of those things where... it is best shared. See, I'm getting so much better about pouring a dose. It is best shared, like Fate said, amongst friends. Yeah, you could sit at home and... God damn, that's a big sugar cube. You could sit at... you could sit at home and just drink the fuck out of a bottle. But, like cigars, like my cooking, like... wine, it is best shared amongst friends. And I like that nice slow, there we go. And absinthe fountains, which really, if you're going to drink absinthe, if you're going to do it for the first time, there is I don't want to say it's called Grand Absinthe, but it's the one that's got the picture of Van Gogh and it comes with a spoon.
Yeah. Grand Absinthe.
Grand Absinthe. You can buy that. That's about $50 a bottle. Try it. That I've had. No, we have. No, I saw the bottle here, but we didn't. I've heard that that's a good one, and it comes with a spoon. So if you don't like that particular absinthe, at least you have a spoon. And it's the whole part of it is the ritual of the thing. It's not a beverage that you can just pour yourself a glass and down it real. No, you have to sit there.
You don't pop a bottle, suck it down, and wander away. It takes 5 to 10 minutes just to get the glass ready to start drinking.
Mm-hmm.
And if you down, as he said, if you down it quick, it's going to taste like crap.
Right now, I'm actually going to. So you're listening to it as I'm doing it. We have a fountain going, and I took a picture of the ice cube being dripped on by the tap from the.
Do it again with
with
get
the
the color original.
Hold on, with the.
Well, no, this way
Okay.
so that they can actually see the.
We'll do it again, so you can actually see the bottle. Okay. So when it's finished, I will take another shot. Now, sometimes with absinthe, I like to set the fountain on a slow drip, like literally drip, 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 drip. And I was saying that as it was dripping. Part of the beauty of absinthe is the ritual. If you have a fountain, which this one ran you what?
$80.
About $80. But even if you think, oh God, I hate this crap, I'm never gonna drink it again. But you put the money in and you invest in a fountain, you can, like Alton Brown says on Good Eats, you can dual purpose this fountain. You can fill it up with ice water, with ice floating in it, and use it as an ice water tap. You could fill it with a little bit of lemonade or a summer beverage if you don't want to drink absinthe anymore.
You could fill it with ice water and use it to water whiskey.
Yeah, absolutely, and it would add an essence of class, which I know sounds silly on this show.
Wait a minute, we can put whiskey in this?
No, you put whiskey in the
put
glass.
Whiskey in the glass.
Water in that. We're gonna have to teach you how to properly taste whiskey too.
Well, what do you mean? Don't you just quick gulp and then you?
No.
That's how you drink alcohol.
Well,
a good single malt whiskey should be drunk 2/3 whiskey, 1/3 ice water.
Yes.
To release the flavors.
Wait a
and
minute
the
now.
scent. And it's a lot like you will learn to sip just like you do the absinthe.
Might I add something here?
Please do.
Okay, I can talk now, Lord.
You could talk before. We just be quiet.
Well, no, see, big man over here was like, "This is my show." And
Well, it is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Well, who's sleeping with you tonight?
So what were you gonna say about the
that ass? What I was gonna say is what was I gonna say? Oh, alcohol. Now, see, the way I was brought up. Now, alcohol tastes what. Look, the point is, you get your big glass. And you know it's good if after you down it, you start to get that feel-good feel. I mean, my daddy always used to tell me, he smacked me on the back of the head after I said, man, he gave me his beer one time, and I was like, man, that tastes nasty. And he's like, and he smacks me on the back of the head, and he says, son, you don't drink it for the taste.
Wow.
And, well, I mean, and that's legitimate with my daddy, literally, like any type of alcohol. He just hitting down his throat,
Well, there are certain individuals that
you drink it for the feel and the just wonderful.
That's what Goldschlager's for.
Yeah,
Goldschlager.
That's what Jaeger's.
People who drink it for the feel, they're called alcoholics.
Yes.
Wait a minute now.
Wait, I resemble that remark.
Listen
sir.
here, alcoholic. Look. This is a rant. You continue with your dignified. I love you guys.
We love you too.
Okay.
In that sweaty kind of man way, and so what I was saying is that at this point, I could, if I wanted to, go ahead and drop the remains of the sugar cube into the absinthe glass, but I like moving the spoon around, and you'll find your own. Everybody has their own way of doing it, and that's what's so cool about drinking absinthe. I mean, we've been talking this long, and I'm still working on serving my second glass, and it's not something you can just pour ice water into and go, oh look, and stir it with some sugar in it. For those of us that are diabetic though, what I wish they would come out with is like a Splenda cube, like a sugar substitute cube. But the sugar that we've found now, I'm a connoisseur of coffee, and from coffee from all around the world, and I make Bosnian coffee. Well, in order to make Bosnian coffee, there are special Bosnian sugar cubes.
Yeah, okay.
And we found that the best sugar cubes to use when making a dose of absinthe, is the Bosnian sugar cubes because they hold up longer. Now, maybe that's just because we're weird and we want to prolong the enjoyment and prolong the experience. But the Bosnian sugar cubes last a little bit longer, and it's not so much that American sugar of just sugar. It's a very
Now
the American sugar cubes are a lot grainier, and when the water hits them, they fall apart, fall into the glass, and never really dissolve.
Well, out of respect for you two gentlemen, now I've bitten my tongue a couple times. Sometimes I'm just that rowdy. I want to interrupt you and state my opinion, but
well, it is what the Fnord.
Well,
go for it.
You gonna regret that statement.
I don't regret anything I've done except for the one time that there was that nun and okay, well, so
Fellatio. Okay.
The nun in that fur coat?
Yeah. Well, it was a beaver. But
wasn't there a midget? I mean, excuse me, little person.
You're not allowed to say midget anymore.
What? I corrected myself.
Yes, little people.
Little people, all fucking midgets to me. But...
Shorty.
Sure. Wow. Okay. So, what was your observation?
I just wanted to state this: if it's made in the good old U.S. of A., United States of America, that's part of North America. Well,
really?
Yeah.
The United States of America is part of North America. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, and this is why government schools are evil. Okay, continue.
Well, this isn't actually made in America; it's made in California.
Well, that's true too. Yeah, it's made.
My point being, if it's made in the U.S. of A., y'all talking about this Bosnian sugar, them Bosnians.
Do you know where Bosnia is? If I showed you a map of the world without it labeled, could you tell me where Bosnia is?
Ain't it somewhere in the Ukraine?
Again, I say government schools. Please make sure you send your children there so they learn how to think and learn things properly.
Listen here.
They learn them good there.
I did most of my book learnings on the back porch of my grandmammy. That's another rant. Look.
Point taken. I'm sorry, what?
Are y'all mocking me? Are y'all making?
Oh, no, we're not mocking you. We're just making fun of you to your face.
And
we're not insulting you.
And
we're describing you.
And that's why I love you guys, because you see, y'all have that honest integrity. And
well, yeah,
I'm gonna put a Bowie knife in between your rib cage later. And
oh no! I'm a Hindu. I would never actually hurt anybody.
Well, I mean, I'm a Hindu too, but I have those moments. Where, anyway, I guess I'm more of a Hindu. Really, I have like
you
five.
Heard him,
I have like 5 rants that I've already wanted to tangent.
Well, we do have other segments we can record, but let's finish the absence. That's already 31 minutes.
Okay,
long.
Okay.
That's half the show.
I apologize. That's probably my fault.
What is the absence? It should take that long.
Okay. Point being, I was gonna make with the Bosnia and the sugar. If it's made in the U.S., it is the best. Okay.
I like to smell something cooking. Makes me feel at home. Bring on the roasted potatoes. Bring on the borscht. This is what good cooking is all about. This is what good cooking is all about. Like sour cream cheese fillet.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've reached the part of the show where during a delicious repast of a rotini in my special tomato basil sauce, and then a pot of creamy, cheesy polenta. It was the next first time having this, and since this is sort of, the neck takes over the Tesla Institute this week, we thought, I'm going to shut up and eat, and he's over here literally trying to clean the jizz off of the floor because of, I'm a foodie. Everyone hears me talk about it. The neck.
All right, y'all. Okay, this rotini, whatever, it's the pasta. It's the shit with the noodles. I'm going to talk about that first because I ate that first. And with the tomato sauce and the noodles and with the weird looking noodles. This right here, to be honest, the sauce is what makes it, because that's really the prevalent taste when I eat it. And when he was making this sauce, I smelt it, and it smelt wonderful. Like some of the, honestly, it keeps reminding me of spaghetti sauce, but it's better than spaghetti sauce, which it is a typical red sauce, I guess, which is spaghetti sauce. But it's the shit. Okay.
And big chunks of garlic.
Yeah, with big. Yeah, oh, that's hot. I mean, that's tasty. Indeed. So I ate the what is this called?
Rotini.
Rotini. I ate the rotini, and like I said, when you eat that, the most prevalent thing is going to be the taste of sauce. And it smelled wonderful when he cooked it. When I ate it, it literally, like, I've had good spaghetti sauce, but I want this on my spaghetti from now on. Oh, excuse me.
Exactly.
Burp, yeah. Like, I want this on any, like, pasta that I have from now on that requires a red sauce, and it tastes that wonderful. And
Wait till I make puttanesca for you.
And I'm not going to disclose it, but he told me the secret to this red sauce, and you'd be fucking surprised, but it works, damn it. But yes, this red sauce, oh my god, so good. Like, it makes me salivate.
Well, thank you. Oh, it also makes you... I'm not the only person that actually gets erections by thinking about food.
Look, you can't tell them the fantasies I had about the pasta.
Oh, no, we can, and that's we will.
But,
Go ahead and describe when you came in and smelled it with the having to almost clean your...
Okay, I walk in there and he's like, smell this, and he shoves this simmering, this cooking.
You ever notice I'm always shoving, like, smells in your mouth? I mean, in your nose.
And to be honest, I love it, because you have yet to shove a bad smell in my... The moment you do that, I'm going to slap the ever-living piss out of you.
Here, smell this.
Because I've expected perfection from you by now. But I walk in there and I'm smelling his other stuff that's cooking, the pasta and the noodles and all that, and that all smells wonderful too, with like the garlic butter, and then it smells really nice in there. And he's like, you think that smells good? Smells this, and he lifts this simmering pot of red sauce up to my nose, and I smell it, and like I learned a new word this week actually, the bouquet. The bouquet of it was like, oh my god, like, I salivated, and then, look, to not make it weird, look, okay, the neck.
Oh, no, it's weird.
I have a thing with the food, like, I literally, like, sometimes I do get erection. I am turned on by food, and I smelt that, and I kind of looked down, and I kind of let out a heavy breath, and I literally had to kind of rub my crotch a little bit, because I was like, don't get a boner, don't get a boner, don't make this weird, don't get a boner.
It's good.
Over his cooking. It's not, just don't get, and I had to walk away, and I proceeded to resume watching this one. He got me watching this show, Star Trek, right? Oh my, this shit. Anyway, that's some new age shit right there. That's another story. Now, so yes, his red sauce simmering cook smell excited me very thoroughly. Now let's move on to, what is this called? It's
Polenta.
Polenta. Basically fucking grits that slap grits in the mouth and said, listen here, bitch, you're not what you are. And I'm actually going to take another taste before I describe it. Oh my god. It's like, it's creamy, but I don't want to touch myself.
Go ahead. You're allowed.
Sorry. The badger. My bad. He likes the food. The badger likes the food. Okay, so this polenta. Now, when I first saw it, it literally, I'm looking at it, and it looks like a glazed, creamy, like a really cheesy cheese grits. It even looks like cheese grits, so to speak. And when I first put it in my mouth and it first hit my tongue, it tasted like cheese grits. But then the texture came into play, and instead of, with cheese grits, you put it on your tongue, it's going to sit on your tongue. When I ate this, as soon as it hit my tongue, it started to flow and, like, literally kind of wrap around. It was, like, moving in my mouth. It's like, yeah, I'm a cream. That's what I do, you know? It's like swishing something in a glass. It's gonna move. And it started to fill up the sides and my entire tongue, and it was so creamy. And then it still had the initial taste of cheese grits, but then once I swallow, and what's left on my palate, that's another new thing I learned this week, was palates. What was left on my palate, so to speak, after I'd swallowed it, was the aftertaste came into play. And it went from being like cheese grits to like a creamy kind of, I almost want to say Alfredo, but not Alfredo. It was like, it was just a nice creamy, do you taste the herbs that are in it? I mean, I know you can see them floating, well, not floating, but they're in the polenta, but can you? Yeah, I can taste them. That's why the aftertaste is not the aftertaste of cheese grits. It's the aftertaste of whatever the fuck I just tried to describe. There's basil in there. There's oregano. There's a little bit of the secret ingredient. There's pepper. There's salt. And unlike grits, it actually kind of holds once it slowly starts to set up,
Here's the other cool thing about polenta.
Mhm.
You can take a pan of this
Mhm.
and put it in the fridge
Mhm.
overnight,
Mhm.
and then it congeals and hardens, right?
Uh-huh.
Then, just like your grandma took, a glass, like a drink like that,
Yeah.
and then you take that sumbitch, and you take the glass and you cut a round out of it, and then you can fry the fucker. You pan fry it in like olive oil and garlic.
Wait, hold the fucking phone. You're telling me this shit right? I can fry this?
Yeah,
I can fry this.
yeah.
Because everything fucking tastes better fried. I can take this, which already is like, and fry it.
Mm-hmm.
You're fucking.
No, I'm not. Once
No,
it's set
you're
up,
fucking with me. No,
No.
that's too good. No.
once
You're
it
fucking
sets
with
up
me.
for the night, you make little rounds out of it, and then you with a spatula, real gently, you pan fry them, and you sear the tops of them so they're nice and crusty and golden.
Nice and slow. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
So you can actually go back to your domicile and talk about I had polenta, which is like Italian grits that like it's what grits want to be when they grow up.
Mm. And it sticks to the spoon, and I have to just.
Sticks to the spoon. It sticks to your ribs.
Sticks. It's. Oh dear Jesus.
It's a bowl of.
It's better than. I'll put it this way. You know how they get that saying, it ain't like Mama used to make it? Damn right it ain't like Mama used to make it, but I'm sorry, Mama, I love you, but this is the shit.
Well, that was polenta and food talk with the neck. We're going to go ahead and finish this and probably like pass out after eating this deliciousness, so yeah.
DM says you're gonna die, roll a d6. Roll a d6, roll a d6. Na-na-na-na-na. DM says you're gonna die, roll a d6. Roll a d6, roll a d6. Na-na-na-na-na. DM says you're gonna die, roll a d6.
So as most of you know, listeners to What the Fnord, the majority of the hosts and co-hosts and people that we hang out with are gamers. And when I say gamer, I mean real gamers. I mean tabletop RPG gamers. I do not mean people who sit down at a computer or a gaming station and play video games.
Well, I mean, I do that too, but
Well, people like that,
the
console
exclusive
gamers,
console
gamers have usurped our word. That was our word first, and therefore we have reclaimed it. But as most of you know, we are all gamers, and as a lot of you know, I am a H.P. Lovecraft fanatic. So what better game that I have played for years and run than Call of Cthulhu? For anyone who has lived under a goddamn rock, Call of Cthulhu is a role-playing game that is loosely based off of the works of H.P. Lovecraft. It's published by Chaosium. You can find them online. Not all gaming sessions have to have some type of mythos creature in it, and indeed a lot don't. I run a very interesting style of Call of Cthulhu where it is completely immersive,
which is fun as hell.
with music and props and
tangible objects, man.
Yes,
tangible objects,
and your character being in character. I do not allow, well, my character is going to walk in the, no, you're not. I believe in getting fully into the whole thing. We play on Friday evenings, right about the time that, as a matter of fact, this show is posted on our YouTube and Facebook pages right about the time that we finish dinner. We have a nice, and then start gaming. We have a nice group here in Jacksonville, small, and a lot of them had to go away because some of them are university students. And when the semester ended, alas, they had to go back to their various homes like Orlando and Texas.
I miss our Belgian.
Yes, our Belgian is deeply missed. Still trying to get him fully in the Call of Cthulhu thing.
Yeah, he's currently the Belgian, by the way, is a DM for other games, and he's currently looking Vampire the Masquerade.
Yes.
And he's been like asking me to read it with him, and so I have been helping him
No.
go through the book and figuring out how his weird, brilliant mind works.
No.
So.
Isn't it so great to be surrounded by weird, brilliant people?
I know. I love it. I love finally having my inside circle of intelligent people friends.
Too bad I'm not in there.
Of course you are. You are.
I was the OG.
You were the original.
Yeah.
Like brilliant, like just intelligent weirdo friend that I had.
Okay, what'd you do? Now you're starting to like build up my ego. You must have done something wrong.
I didn't do anything wrong. No, I'm just saying that it's great to finally have intelligent people to talk to, because for the longest time I was stuck in like this clique of what kind of people.
You know, and that's the thing that I found out about gamers is that we may not be the most physically attractive, and this is a generalization, so I don't want to get any messages going, I can't believe you're a nerd and you put down That's not what I'm saying.
Because guys, I'm hot.
And if you don't believe her, just ask her. Here is the generalization, is that most gamers are socially inept, don't bathe guys that have never kissed a girl or indeed had any sexual experience with anything other than their hand and red tube.
Which is actually like completely and totally untrue.
No, that's
for like 98% of the gamer population.
See, and that's that. I'm glad you brought that up. That is the little dirty secret of cosplayers, of gamers, of people that go to conventions in costume, big difference, and general nerds. When I was 16, I'm dating myself, I'm going to give the year. When I was 16 is when I went to my first Star Trek convention. And I thought it was going to be a bunch of people like me that were, into Star Trek and this, that, and the other, and like the costumes. And indeed it was, until the official con ends, and in the old days, you actually stayed at the hotel that the convention was hosted. Oh, dear, sweet, butter-stealing baby Krishna. That's when all of us came out. Still in uniform, with bottles and bottles of bizarre alcohol and orgies that would make Caligula.
So this was like a Trekkie orgy?
Yes, but here's the thing. All of the like stereotypical fanboys, the people that were more interested in the pH balance on the soil on Vulcan rather than how, Patrick Stewart felt as an actor taking on this role, those people normally leave when the convention leaves. They don't actually stay at the hotel. Well, that was my first experience with geek life, and so what I'm trying to say, the being 100% immersed in it. So what Sybil's saying is absolutely true, but that's our dirty little secret. And I think secretly, we like normal people to think that we are like that. Because if they tried to come to a convention, it would almost be like a pubic hair and a Spanish omelet.
It turns into like a... No, if normal people start going to conventions, like normal people, like the Valley Girls and the hipsters
and the Abercrombie people,
yeah, and they start going to conventions and they actually like it, it will become like normalized.
Well, and that's why, being a geek, I kind of miss I don't miss the days of getting the shit kicked out of me, but I do miss the days when being nerdy wasn't cool, because somehow Nerding in like the past 5 years. There are people that are Doctor Who fans now, and as everybody knows, I'm not a fan of the new series, or the rebooted series, I should say, because I really don't like it.
I was a fan of the new series up until Matt Smith started. I'm sorry.
Everybody that went to school with me knew I was a Doctor Who fan. They didn't really understand or know what the fuck it was, because when I tried to explain
and now Doctor Who is in Hot Topics.
Yes! FYE, there are like normal looking people walking around with Doctor Who t-shirts, which... That's fine.
That's cool.
It's cool that you have come to appreciate something that I've loved that's even older than I am.
But really.
But back to the gaming thing, and that's sort of where we went off. But it does it loop in.
It does.
So the majority of our group are, and this is the Call of Cthulhu group, in case you forgot, because that was like 4 minutes ago that we were talking about it. We do host a game every Friday. It is by invite only. But recently, because of people's schedules and roommates and craziness, we may do rotating people. So if you are a Call of Cthulhu fan, if you're a gamer,
if you like HP Lovecraft,
if you want to challenge yourself to a completely different style of role playing than maybe you're used to in your D&D group or Warhammer group or whatever,
or if you're an actor who likes to game,
yes, or if you're an actor who needs a good acting exercise,
and is kind of geeky,
it helps if you're hot, either guys or girls, it doesn't matter.
It really does help if you're hot.
We like eye candy, especially those of us that are less attractive, myself included.
Oh, shut up.
So it's true though.
He lies.
Don't listen to her.
He lies.
I'm fat.
No, he's not.
So anyway.
Shut up.
So, but no, leave us a message on our Facebook page, or if you're listening to this and you came across this on YouTube and you're listening going, I've never even heard of these people, what the fuck is this? Leave us a private message on our YouTube channel.
On Facebook?
And we will get back with you, have a discussion, and maybe see if you want to join in.
Yeah.
But no, the game, the session that I'm currently running, I will shut up and let Sybil, because I'm the keeper, so I have my own weird perspective. Just a brief, maybe 2-minute synopsis and breakdown of kind of the storyline of how this is different from most of the sessions that I've run with you and what you're used and to go.
Okay, so with the Time Lord, I'm really used to having a sort of like eerie, creepy experience. When it comes to Call of Cthulhu. But this particular game,
like from jump.
Yeah, like from the start. But this particular game, it's because a lot of our players for this particular game had to go off into their like own little universes in Texas. Because they had to leave. It was sort of an intro for newer gamers, and it was a like relapse back into the normal Call of Cthulhu type game for the players who've played with the Time Lord before.
Mm-hmm.
And so it has the creep factor in some games, and then it's more lighthearted in others.
You missed the last session where it got really creepy.
Yeah, I got told the story by the Nazi. So and so
he has such a crush on me. He's so cute.
He's got like the hugest crush on both you and me. So.
Which is cool, because then I have a crush on you, and I don't know if you have a crush on me. And then that's kind of neat.
It's like a weird love triangle.
And you completely just ignored my advances, and you don't love me. You don't love me at all. You did, yes, but you didn't admit that you have a crush on me.
I'm not supposed to let you know.
Who said?
Megan.
Why?
Because
why?
I don't know. Just shh.
Why are we whispering?
I don't know.
Gaming.
Anyways, so Call of Cthulhu. This particular game that the Time Lord is hosting is, for me, it's like an entire series of Warehouse 13.
Kind of. Loosely based off of Friday the 13th, the series, which I don't think you've ever seen.
I've never seen it, but I've heard good things about it, and I would like to watch it. But so my character and all of the other characters who've played so far have all been named on this will, and we get pulled into Tampa. My character was already a student in Tampa, and hold on.
Take a sip of Coke.
Nom nom. Anyways, so
Vanilla Coke is good.
Vanilla Coke is very good. It's my favorite Coke. Anyway, so my character already lived in Tampa. Everybody else's characters, if they didn't live in Tampa, had to drive to Tampa to go to this will reading, and we all became co-owners of a shop called Curious Goods. And Curious Goods is kind of like the Warehouse from Warehouse 13.
It's exactly like the Curious Goods from Friday the 13th series.
Exactly.
Although different, because I'm not copyright infringing on anyone.
Nope.
I just liked the idea.
I really like the picture that he pulled up of the shop because It's shabby looking. It's like in the middle of Ybor City type deal going on, kind of, sketchy. And but it fits the tone perfectly. It looks so sketchy from the outside, but on the inside it's just like, oh wow.
It's a treasure trove of wonder.
It's a treasure trove of wonder and what the fuckery.
And cursed objects.
Yes, and cursed objects. Like the gramophone that plays and there's no record on it, and then the wine bottle that fills glasses and floats.
And the Indian man.
And the Indian man who makes chai.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful.
It's a statue of a wooden Indian. Of an Indian, not
a Native American. An Indian, like from India. And it makes chai tea in the mornings.
Yes. And we love it.
Yes. Yes, we do. And so.
But yeah, it's a good, it's a fun session.
It's great.
If, like I said, if you're interested, drop us a line at What the Fnord on Facebook or on our YouTube channel.
Please.
Your next stop, the Twilight Zone.
I love this music.
And we've reached that part of the show where we, here at the Tesla Institute for the Advanced Studies of Discordian Dialectics and What the Fnord Discordian Radio, broadcast to you our musical selection for the week. The following music has been selected from a vault that was locked a long time ago for very good reasons. I warn you now, listen at your own risk. And without further ado,
once upon a time there were 10 little cannibals swinging on a vine. One tried to pat a big wild cat, and then there were 9. One of the 9 drank turpentine, and then there were 8. Then one more fell dead on the floor, and 7 was their fate. One went in politics, then there were only 6. One took the dive, now 5 we see. One went to Singapore, then there were only 4. One turned green, and then there were 3. One fell into some blue, then there were only 2. They drank from a loving cup. One became a skeleton, then there was only 1, and he ate himself all up.
Good evening, children. It turns out that it's a small world after all.
Tumo, soja, duro, yaja, ke o, yaja, ke o. Pata, tumo, soja, duro, yaja, ke o, yaja, ke o.
I can't live without it. I just love it.
Oh my gosh. It's bits with ShamWow. You'll be saying wow every time you use this towel. It's like a chamois, it's like a towel. This is for the house, the boat, the arms. This is for the house, the boat, the arms. This is for the house, the boat, the arms. This is for the house, the boat, the arms. This is for the house. Yeah, wow, if you say wow, 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 yeah, wow, if you say wow. Towel doesn't work well. This works wet, won't you rock? Look at this. It just does the work when you want to work twice as hard. Doesn't trip, doesn't make a mess. Breathe out. Doesn't trip, doesn't make a mess. Breathe out. Doesn't trip, doesn't trip, doesn't trip, doesn't trip, doesn't trip. Breathe out. Only thing that they use is a towel. We have completely dry. Divide it in half. Use one as a back mat. Put it in the wet sweater. Roll it up. You dry your sweater. Yeah, wow, if you say wow. 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 This is for the house, the boat, the arms. This is for the house, the boat, the arms. This is for the house, the boat, the arms. This is for the house, the boat, the arms. Here's some cola, wine, coffee, cola. Head stain, not always a damage, gonna be on top. Here's your milk, that's gonna smell to that. I wanna do this in real time. Look at this, foot on a spill, turn it over without even putting any pressure. The color starts to come up. No other towel's gonna do that. Acts like a vacuum, and look, there's a perfectly dry at the bottom. See what I'm telling you? Yeah, wow, if you say wow. 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 This is for the house, the boat, the arms. This is for the house, the boat, the arms. This is for the house, the boat, the arms. This is for the house, the boat, the arms.
Wait.
Yes.
Read just that. It's a page in the third chapter. Just read that chapter.
From the beginning of 27?
Yeah.
Skagro
has stolen a Gallifreyan book. He'll understand what the issue is.
Skagro positioned the book gently behind the vacuum bubble shield of his book collection. He hated the thought of hands, even his own, touching any book, what with all their grease and bacteria and animal warmth contaminating the pristine pages. "You have the book, my lord," cooed the ship. Skagro noted. "And now, You will read it to me. I will learn the darkest secrets of the Time Lords. At once, my lord, said the ship. You are such a wonderful, wonderful person. My circuits are unworthy of the privileges you bestow on me so bountifully. Just read the book, said Skagra. He sat back in his comfort pod and closed his eyes. Behind the bubble shield, a slim metal probe extended from a tiny hole. It reached the front cover of the book and gently pushed it open to read the first page. From another hole on the side of the vacuum shield emerged a thicker, flexible tube. At the end was an attachment that rather resembled an eye, a cool blue light blinking steadily from the iris. The ship cooed. Begin, said Skagra. At once, my lord, said the ship. Are you seated in the position of maximum comfort, my lord? Yes, said Skagra. The ship coughed again. Begin, said Skagra. So I just have to read the book, do I, my lord? Asked the ship. For the moment, yes. That is your instruction, said Skagra. And a wonderful instruction it is too, my lord, said the ship. An instruction worthy of the paradigm of unutterable brilliance that is, my lord. Read it, said Skagra. There was a pause. Out loud, my lord? Asked the ship, rather tentatively. Yes, out loud, said Skagra. Reveal the secrets of the Time Lords. Tell me of Shada. Yes, my lord, immediately, said the ship. There was another pause. From the beginning, my lord? Asked the ship. Read it from the beginning, out loud, to me, now! Are you sure? Said the ship. I'm very sure, said Skagra. How very sure, my lord? 100% sure, thundered Skagra. Now begin, before I'm forced to destroy your circuitry. Very well, my lord, said the ship. It coughed again. The worshipful and ancient law of Gallifrey, it said grandly. Read by me, out loud, to my lord Skagra. There was another pause. Squiggle, 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 the ship said, enunciating every syllable with the gravitas required of the moment. Squiggle, line, squiggle, squiggle line, squiggle, squiggle, wavy line, though I suppose it could be a squiggle. Skagra leapt from the comfort pod. What is the meaning of this? Your magnificence has, as usual, pinpointed the problem with the unerring accuracy, my lord, said the ship. The eye stalk flexed uneasily over the book, which Skagra saw was covered in arcane symbols. I am programmed to translate every language and alphabet in the universe, and I have absolutely no idea what this means.
Can you explain to me, because I have a grandfather, uncle, somebody who's like probably not a part of my family, but he's a part of my family. You know, that fucking happens all the time. I have him, and before he even, like, he'll smoke the cigar, sometimes before he even smokes it, but a lot of time he'll smoke
Chew on it.
Yeah, what's with the chew? Like, he'll smoke it to where it can't really be smoking more than the butt. He's like, and he'll chews on it.
Have you ever heard of chewing tobacco?
Yes, I have.
You can get the same effect by chewing on this.
And you're a neck.
I still never got the fact why they chewed cigars. I mean, I knew what chewing tobacco, I knew what chew was, I knew what dip was, but I never understood.
They're getting the extra nicotine out of it.
I do it. Look at. I do it too.
Mm-hmm. I mean, and I always see the guys in the movies. I mean, when they're and their teeth, and I'm like, why?
Welcome to What the Fedora Dance Recital. Oh.
Mm-hmm. What is that? What the fuck is that?
now, a moment of redneck culture with the neck.
Alrighty. I want to tell y'all something. There's 3 things that a neck needs to know. First and foremost, I'm a little. Beer's good. That's not one of the rules. That's a given. You should come out the womb knowing that. Now, first and foremost is the Walmart is a good place.
I'm beer. Let me just second what our founding father Benjamin Franklin said.
Yes.
Beer is proof that God loves us and wants us to be happy.
Amen.
Let's quit clicking and start drinking.
No shit.
Indeed. First and foremost, the Walmart is a good place. Now, the Walmart used to be open 24/7, but then crazy people robbed the Walmart, and now the Walmart closes at midnight in some locations.
It's not open 24 hours, right?
Yeah, indeed. Something like that. Math. So the Walmart is a good place. You can get anything at the Walmart. Secondly, what a good neck needs to know, if it's different, it's bad. And let me explain this. There's a difference between slightly changed and different. Let's say you put your beer on in your left hand instead of your right hand. That's okay. Let's say you put your beer...
What? Never mind. Go with it.
And what do you mean, what? That's slightly different. Now, let's say you put your beer and you tape it to a bottle rocket and then you blow it up. That's different. That's bad. That's waste of alcohol.
The following program contains scenes and language of a frank and explicit nature. Viewer discretion is advised.
Am I, the neck, talking coherently?
Currently, yes, but that's because you're... Alright, here's my test. This is always...
The middle is, the other two are a little fuzzy.
This will tell me... This will tell me all I need to know.
$5.
This will tell me all I need to know. Look at me dead in the face right now. Mayonnaise. You're drunk.
That's bullshit, because if
that's drunk!
No.
I do that when
because
I haven't even been
if I was sober...
If I was sober, what the fuck are you talking about? Corky? What the hell?
If I was sober, which is the church and you're drunk.
Yeah, if I was sober...
If I was sober.
Where did my drink go? Okay, there it is.
Do me one favor, though. Put the fountain over on the counter.
Yeah, the fountain... Yeah, absinthe fountain needs to go way over here. Away from the non-breakable area.
No, in the non-breakable area.
In the non-breakable area.
Away from the breakable area.
Guys, I think I just rubbed my T-lock off.
Somebody answer that?
I think I just rubbed my T-lock off. Holy shit, my T-lock's gone.
God damn it, now Buddha is with me. I mean Hindu, I mean Krishna, I mean...
Wow. All them bitches that I'm not drunk with. Fate is about to, have a heart attack over on his bed. I can't breathe. I get a pain in my chest, and I can't breathe.
I'm about to actually fall off the damn floor.
You're gonna fall off the floor. Wow, hun.
Stop.
See?
Stop impersonating me.
We're just talking. We're not even... See, that right there, my love, is a symbol of how drunk you are. We're just talking. We're just talking. La 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 words. Just talking.
Oh, you love him.
I do love him. Although I don't love him in the way that I love you.
Here's the quick drug test. Say the word coherence.
Say coherence.
Coherence.
Say absinthe.
Okay.
Absent. Wait, no, absence.
That's
No,
not
fuck.
fair. That's not fair because even when I'm not drunk.
Okay, say this. Say Om Jana Tiramandasya Janan Janan Shalakya.
I can't say that.
Chakshurun Milatamyena Tasme Shri Gurave Namaha. Say that. You can't even say Om Sai Ram.
No, I can't.
That's how drunk.
Look at me.
Look at say Om Sai wrong.
Look at me.
Look at me, damn it.
Stop mocking me.
Stop pulling my pubes. Because I went down yonder and it's all side-goggling. And
See, right around, you won't get up and drink, you're going to take a quarter mile down the road, and you're going to go to the little gift store, and you're going to buy me some drinks. Don't listen here, you don't tell me to shut up, because you is a feminine species, and let me tell you something right now, I was raised that you go make me a pot pie. I love you, I'm sorry, forgive me, forgive me, I hope I didn't offend you. Oh, please make me a pot pie, and give me a puff puff.
So, Kitten, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
At this point, I think it's time to close the doors of the Tesla Institute.
No!
Probably.
A 30-minute segment, just like a 15-minute segment.
We're already at 4 minutes and 30 seconds.
Okay, well, we need a topic right now. Topic.
You're drunk.
I'm not drunk.
No, of course not. That's what people that aren't drunk would say.
Okay, what?
I'm gonna take this goddamn fancy teacup.
Okay, first of all, that right there proves you're drunk. I'm going to take this fancy goddamn teacup. Last time I checked,
that wasn't exactly fancy, and it's a coffee cup.
It's China, and this isn't a teacup. This is a coffee demi-tasse. Without a saucer. If it had a saucer, it'd be fancy. But it's a demi-tasse.
It had a saucer, but I'm clumsy.
Dad ass.
Dad ass.
Well, I'm sorry, not everyone went to etiquette school. Okay?
Or are you actually defending the neck here?
Demi-tasse.
I'm defending the neck here.
Demi-tasse.
Okay, my love, you know that I love you without measure. Even with your tinfoil Illuminati Mr. Beamish hat on.
I'm a modern fucking Millie.
A modern fucking Millie.
So wait, what happened?
So you look like a snooty ass bitch that played Mary Poppins?
Sure.
I gotta, hold on, just so you can...
Don't still put the camera in the face.
Wow.
Don't laugh at me! Y'all are assholes. Y'all are supposed to love me.
We love you. Take the goddamn last sip.
Drink it or you won't get to.
Wow, that really? Deep thought. Drink it or you won't get to. What the fuck kind of logic does that make? Okay, you're done. Give me that. Give it to me.
I think that was 3 gulps in one.
Yeah, that was okay. Why is your toe on my testicle?
Shut up and listen.
I can't listen. I can't listen when your toe is touching my choke. I can't.
I've never been more attracted to you.
Yeah, I've never been more attracted to you either. Take that last swig. It is last call. Good the fuck night. Drink the chai.
I want liquor.
Drink the dice.
I want liquor.
Do something. No, don't drink the dice. Do not put the dice in your mouth. They've had Poogie vomit on them. What is that noise? Sounds like a wombat being gelded. What is
gelding? What is gelding?
Okay, gelded.
What are you gonna do with the switchblade if you vomit on him tonight?
Yes. Okay. Do you know what a horse is? Do you know what a gelding is? No, not a Jew.
You know what a stallion is?
I know what a stallion. Yes,
a gelding is a stallion that isn't anymore.
Everything just got clear.
Okay. With all that being said,
Sai Baba.
I love you with all of my heart, my love. And I will see you in the no alcohol. I will see you.
I will call you in the morning.
Yes, God, please pray for us.
No alcohol.
Kitten full of not really grace, but full of sex, pray for us.
Why is it empty? Why would you have an empty
I love you.
on display?
I love you too.
Good night.
Good night.
Did you delete that conversation?
Okay, no. All right, now. Good night.
Don't delete it. Save it. Save it. Save it. Save it.
I love
Save
you.
it. I love you, kitten.
Good night.
Do you love me too? I'm sorry.
You really okay? But I will say this.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I was composed. I'm sorry.
I will say this. You are not. No. I will say this. In a second, you're going to drink the Crisco from your ass.
Wait, what does that mean?
That means I'm going to give you a Crisco enema.
Are you mad at me?
No, I'm not mad at you. That's why I'm laughing.
Do you love me?
Yes, I love you. Fate loves you too.
Am I being a bad guest?
No, but it's 3:45 in the Christ fuck morning.
I don't think
normally
Christ didn't fuck though.
Now, granted, Fate and I sometimes are up even later than this, with significantly less drinking. And I love the fact Fate is laying on his futon here at the Tesla Institute, coddling the bottle of absinthe that we took from the neck.
Wait, okay, and
I don't even need
the alcoholic.
I don't even need to record any more. A reading from the Principia Discordia. The Poe Baptismal Rite. This mystery rite is not required for initiation, but is offered by many Poe priests to proselytes who desire a formal ceremony. The priests and the four brothers are arranged in a pentagon, with the initiate in the center facing the priests. If possible, the brothers on the immediate right and the left of the priest should be deacons. The initiate must be totally naked to demonstrate that he is truly a human being and not something else in disguise like a cabbage or something. All persons in the audience and the pentagon, excepting the priest, assume a squatting position and return to a standing position. This is repeated 4 more times. This dance is symbolic of the humility of we Irisians. The priest begins. I, complete holy name with mystical titles, degrees, designations, offices, etc., ordained priest of the Paratheo Animedemistic Hood of Eris Esoteric, with the authority invested in me by the high priest of it, office of the Polyfather, house of the rising Podge, Poe head temple, do herewith require of ye. Are ye a human being and not a cabbage or something? The initiate answers, yes. That is too bad. But do ye wish to better thyself? The initiate answers, yes. How very stupid. Are ye willing to become philosophically illuminized? The initiate answers, yes. Haha, very funny. Will you dedicate yourself to the Holy Irisian movement? The initiate swears, probably. At that point, how to start a Poe cabal without messing around with the Polyfather. If you can't find the Polyfather, or having found him, don't want anything to do with him, you are still authorized to form your own cabal and do priestly things. Use the Principia Discordia as a guide. Your official rank will be Poe Chaplain for the Legion of Dynamic Discord, which is exactly the same as Poe Priest, except that you don't have an ordination certificate. The words you are now reading are your ordination certificate. How to become a chaplain. Write the Irisian affirmation in 5 copies. Sign and noseprint each copy. Sign and send one to the President of the United States. Send one to the California State Bureau of Furniture and Bedding, 1021 D Street, Sacramento, California, 94814. Nail one to a telephone pole, hide one and burn the other, and then consult your pineal gland. General License was Sergeant Pepper's commander. Old Poe slogan, when in doubt, fuck it. When not in doubt, get in doubt. Thus endeth the lesson.
That's Crisco. That's Crisco. We don't drink Crisco.
The following special program... Fuck! And you've heard it, ladies and gentlemen. The neck. Wow. I don't even know where to begin with all of that. Fate?
Well, let's see. We had to omit his several minutes of him dancing, just doesn't play well on radio.
And licking my head.
And licking your head.
And comparing my bald head to a baby lamb whose fleece had not come in.
Yeah, I'm really afraid to ask how he knows that flavor.
I think we like him. At least as far as a co-host on the show, because it was not a dull moment at all. Next week, I know we skipped a week. So before you start sending me email, well, you're not going to, because all two of you that listen. And if I haven't gotten it now and it's almost 3 weeks later.
Come on, all of our listeners have been on the show so far.
That's true. No, we... yeah. So if you want to... We have an email address. I don't remember what it is. I want to say it's radiowtf@yahoo.com or something like that. So try to email us at radiowtf@yahoo.com. If we respond, that means we got that's really our email address. If not,
if we don't respond, that means it's probably not, or we just thought you were an ass.
That's true. Then next week, hopefully, we'll be back to a somewhat regular. I just thought about that as what I said. Us regular format. What fucking format? No, but as far as like segments, some of them we tried to keep. The music segment, which I hope you enjoyed this week's interesting musical pairings. You know what? Just for the hell of it, I think as an outro, instead of us doing the normal spiel of blah, 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 you know what? I think you guys, after sitting, if you're still listening to this, I think you deserve another musical interlude as a outerlude.
Interlude as an outerlude?
Well, as a
what kind of lube are you using?
I don't know. as a bye kind of thing. So I think we'll go ahead and string another 4 songs, and then that'll be our end of the show.
So everyone out there, enjoy your ludes.
Yeah, I think the neck has. And there was a lot of stuff that when I was re-listening to the material, there's some that we're saving for bumpers and sound bites and this, that, and the other, because some of it's just way too funny. But we will be back next week. The podcast will be posted on Friday on our Facebook page, which, did we ever get that working where they can just type in What the Fnord on Facebook and it'll come to our page, or do we know yet?
As far as I know, we can't, because Facebook sucks.
Well, Facebook does suck. Well, if you have the time and you want to go on a labyrinthine journey, go to Facebook and type in What the Fnord or What the Fnord Discordian Radio, and hopefully you'll get to our Facebook page. Like our Facebook page, new episodes are posted both on Facebook and on our YouTube channel, which that's another hard one, because we had an original YouTube channel, which isn't our current YouTube channel. So, yeah. But you can get to the YouTube channel from the Facebook page that you can't find. In proper Discordian fashion, Hail Eris. So, with that being said, I think you didn't, the kitten, there was a segment that we had recorded, and it apparently disappeared into the nom nom ether. It's been eaten, so we will have to re-record another segment. Fate and I will probably record another for next week as far as movies and some of the other regular quote unquote segments that will be on the show. But with that being said, from myself, the Time Lord, and Professor Fate, who is currently shoving his mouth full of Punjabi spice rice that I made earlier, we wish you all the best for Peace Profound. And just remember, if you take nothing more away from listening to this show, no, we're not a bunch of bigoted, racist, crazy people. We use those words to just take the sting out of it. And remember throughout your week, don't be gray face. Don't be the normal button up everyday guy. Think outside the box. Think outside the dodecahedron for that matter. Don't let a day pass that you don't embrace some form of silliness or some form of chaos to your life.
And don't forget, one thing about life, you're not going to get out of it alive.
That's true. Well, from all of us here at the Tesla Institute for the Advanced Studies of Discordian Dialectics, who bring you What the Fnord Discordian Radio, which you are currently listening to, have a good week, everyone, and enjoy this.
That's Crisco. That's Crisco. We don't drink Crisco. That's Crisco. That's Crisco. We don't drink Crisco. That's Crisco. That's Crisco. We don't drink Crisco.
The manifestation in we perceive the great book, holy document, sacred light, handed from the secret chiefs to the beast prophet of the new aeon, with more power than a seance. On Kafna Konsu, the seal of revealing is calling you to your true will, to your jewels and rich robes and toast. The equinox is on, so raise your chalice and sing along. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Raw creed seated in the east under me, no law beyond. Do what thou wilt. Love is the law, love under will. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Raw or creed seated in the east under me, no law beyond. Do what thou wilt. Love is the law, love under will. I was lost, but I was all we needed. Freedom defeated and feeling cheated in consciousness of sin. The prison we're in, slave god mentality, psychic brutality. The Pharisees of a fallacy propagate the hatred of self. Sacrifice till there's no self to sacrifice. New era. The word of sin is restriction. Rejoice, be free. Exceed, repeat with me. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Raw or creed seated in the east under me. No law beyond. Do what thou wilt. Love is the law, love under will. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Raw or creed seated in the east under me. No law beyond. Do what thou wilt. Love is the law, love under will. What the hell is an earth? Every man and every woman is a star. Look at the law, lift yourselves up. Put beneath your feet all fears. Let me hear the people cheer. Come forth, be free and joyous. Walk with us in light, life, love, and liberty. By the prophecy of Nui and Hadid. Wake from the sleep. Raw seated in the east. Eat, drink, work, live, play as you will. Think as you will. Rest, die, move, dwell, speak as you will. Write as you will. Draw, paint, carve, etch, mold, and build as you will. Dress as you will. Overall, love as you will. Love under will. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Raw or creed seated in the east under me. No law beyond. Do what thou wilt. Love is the law, love under will. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Raw or creed seated in the east under me. No law beyond. Do what thou wilt. Love is the law, love under will. Love is the law, love under will.
Soul Train, Soul Train. Soul Train, Soul Train. People all over the world. 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 It's time to get down. Let's get it on. It's time to get down. Let's get it on. It's time to get down. Let's get it on. It's time to get down. Let's get it on. It's time to get down. Let's get it on. It's time to get down. It's time to get down. Let's get it on. It's time to get down. Let's get it on. It's time to get down. Let's get it on. It's time to get down. Let's get it on. It's time to get down. It's time to get down. Let's get it on.
That's Crisco. That's Crisco. We don't drink Crisco.